The following program is a collection of dudes talking about the happenings in the CrossFit world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions, especially those of JY, do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of others on the show. If you take things out of context, please reconsider watching. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the spin. It's the first episode of 2025.
Congrats.
We
I can't believe we missed one short of 52.
I know.
And that was last week.
Last week we would have gone undefeated 52 for 52, but travel schedules and whatnot.
Fair enough.
Christmas on Wednesday doesn't always help. So take a week off and we'll be back this week. So I think we got some good show for you guys. I was looking back at last year. We did our prediction show for 2024.
Ooh, let's see
last show.
I was wondering about that.
Let's recap this.
I don't have all of it down, but all I know is that I predicted Amanda 45 or Amanda to be programmed, and it was I had it for semifinals, but it was for the games. That's the only one I remember completely, but should have done that. Jared Ellis, who was reading that intro. Of course, it's AI Dave.
TDC.
That's right.
We should look back at it and just put it in the text group.
Yeah, see how good we were.
I know I got Chad. Always have that. I got a bunch of randoms. Or Austin Hatfield 10th place. That one's pretty rock solid.
Pretty solid. Julian Ifford, Mr. Spin schooled Matt O'Keefe today on Peter's show. It's a fun show today. A little rematch from before. Kevin, How's it going? If you guys noticed,
talk about some of the same topics, yeah.
Pretty much. I think it's similar. I think we'll just kind of wrap it all into one big thing, and then maybe you guys have some predictions on it. But yeah, it was interesting. And of course, we'll get to Victor Hofer here in a second. We'll go through some viewer comments first, but definitely stirred up the Instagram community an hour ago. So, all right. First, viewer comments. There was a lot to choose from, but my favorite Redditors, they started talking about me last week.
I can't believe how much you guys monitor that stuff.
I don't. And then I don't know.
Listen, I woke up to 50 comments from Sevon Matosian because he posted somebody didn't like me. That's what I woke up to. Okay.
That person eventually deleted their account. Probably rightfully so. Viewer comments. If you were watching after the show, after the fact, drop your viewer comment. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that now. We're on the road to 10,000. So
we're close. We're closing in.
We're getting there. We're marching forward. So first comment, these are not from Reddit. So they're going to be probably decent compared to the dumpster fire that's out there. But first one at BGG, John talking about how he likes the malls and the reaction of the rest of them. Lots of laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Big mall guy.
Good times.
Huge mall guy.
Big mall guy.
Remember there being like a 5-second pause between me saying that and any other words being spoken.
I hope that Folo comes to Knoxville and we can all go to the East Point Mall.
Just walk around, man.
Yeah.
Just people watch.
There's the East Town Mall in Knoxville.
Yeah. Chad Scott. I think it's Chad Scott. I love the sport of CrossFit. And I, like Will, I'll give World Fitness Project a chance as a fan and watch as of right now. That might change depending on how it's presented and who ends up being there.
Okay.
I,
Yeah.
I concur.
I understand.
And Kyle Dotson. I think this is a good discussion for the next podcast. So this will be this one.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
If
Kyle.
Willie's foundation gets big, do you think it will eventually force CrossFit to sign athletes for yearly salaries in order for the CrossFit Games to survive?
No, I don't think CrossFit will ever do that.
They shouldn't.
I mean, I think the only way they do that is if they partnered with Will. And I don't really see that happening, but I think that's the only way anything of that would ever come about. For instance, like if it grew so big and it was very successful and everything is great, right? It's a big if. But like, let's say the winner of the finals is $1 million, and it's like, guys, this is the big competition. Every athlete's speaking for this. That's the Super Bowl. The games is not as important. I could see the CrossFit Games partnering with the World Fitness Project as that the games is just the finals. The final of the fitness project is the CrossFit Games. And then the winner would get whatever money. I could see that partnership way down the road if all the things came to fruition that everybody wants to happen.
Right.
Actually, you remember my idea that
Quite frankly, I wouldn't.
what's that?
I wouldn't mind that partnership if that's the case. If it was wildly successful like that, I wouldn't mind it at all. You still have the CrossFit Games. The Games is still the Super Bowl of fitness. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what makes me think like where I said a while back that the games doesn't have to be every year. And so it's like if we have the WFP championships every year, but then we have the CrossFit Games every 2 years or something like that, that actually might work and it might be interesting.
I don't like that.
I know, but I don't love it, but it is a way for them to cohabitate a little easier.
Yeah. I've been thinking about this whole salary signing bonus thing. I don't understand it.
What
do you
irks you? So
Why not just make it that last place gets X amount of dollars?
$5.
I mean, that's the beauty in signing a contract, though. You have $30,000 guaranteed, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
It's a buyout plan.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it's not 30,000. I've heard the contracts go down as low as 10,000.
Well, you talk to lower tier people than I do. So
Listen,
I talk to
I will
everybody.
sign a
John.
contract.
you're a man of the people. I only care about the people who matter. The people who matter, they're making 30 grand. That's all. But
I mean, if it's true that 10,000 is the lowest, first of all, woof. Like that's not like I don't know. Like doesn't do anything for me. Like 3,000 a competition. I just don't.
Devon almost pays me that much to go do the things we do. Like, yeah, it's close. You know what I mean?
I don't. If you don't show up, you don't get the money.
Correct.
Right. I've heard there's like different clauses and things that you can get out of, like, like that you have to follow all of it. Like, why not just say 30th place gets, if you're going to pay $3,000, an event for this person that makes 10,000, why don't you just say last place is $3,000?
At the end of the season.
No, like every competition, it's $3,000 last place. Now, if Tia signs for $100,000, obviously she's only going to make the 3,000 instead of 30,000 a competition, but she didn't earn it.
Well, that's with the idea that they don't have any other obligations besides like coming to play, but they do have other obligations besides coming to play.
And I would say her earning it is being Tia Toomey. Like, I don't care if people get bigger contracts than others. People are better than others.
But why do you need a monetary contract? Why don't you just have it built into the actual prize purse and bump up the last place?
You aren't paying them for the competition. You're paying them for their clout on the media.
You're paying them to be at the competition.
Well, you can sign the contract that you'll be there.
It's the social media aspect of this.
That's getting everybody talking about it. Like it's a signed
They're
contract.
paying them to make posts, and then they show up to their competition in which that's why everyone cares, because nobody cares if you make a post and you don't go to a competition, but you go to a competition and you post that. Everybody's okay. We care about this now. This whole WFP competitive season is a guise to really just pay you for social media.
I agree with what Jenny's saying here. They're paying them to build the brand. That is the world's fitness project, because it will not. If the goal eventually, unlike, Will can say it's not the goal all he wants, but if the goal is to supplant the games or be the biggest competition, even if it's not to supplant the games, but it's to be the biggest competition, like to be another Rogue or whatever, the finals, like that much money, right? It will get there because they helped build the brand. It will get there because all of the posts. It will get there because the fans actually care about what they're doing. Quite frankly, I mean, I think they should be giving us contracts then, because I feel like we put out more content, not just the spin, but like just media people. If we put out more content and hype more people up than the athletes do.
Are we more valuable? I would like to know an athlete.
That's what I'm saying. As far as like hyping up.
No, I want names though. I want a name of an athlete that's getting paid $30,000 and say, are we more valuable than this athlete?
Hofer. I just think about it. Okay, if it's just Jason Hofer and we don't do nothing, we don't do anything, we don't say a word about it. There is no WFP talked about spin this whole entire year. All right, or Sevon, or get with the programming, anybody. It's just Hofer. Hofer does his stuff, right? And he posts whatever, right? Look, and he makes all the WFP, and this isn't a crack at him, but like he is a high-level athlete that is trying to do more and more social media, right? He fits that. I feel like he fits that mold. And he's marketable. Just his stuff. I guarantee you more people would care about the World Fitness Project if all of us were full on blast. Everybody, hey, you need to watch this. All the top dogs are going to be there. It's going to be super fun. We're going to cover it. We're going to spin cast it. Sevon's going to talk about it all the day. Like, we would hype it up so much more, and it would reach so much more people than I think Hofer posting on Instagram.
John,
telling people to go watch it. You don't think so?
No, whoa. Hold on a minute. Okay, 3 for the price of 1, $30,000 for us 3 right here. John, you can't say Big Mama on the live stream. Can you hold to that?
There's a lot of risk that goes in with that too.
Okay, Big Mama's.
We gotta sign a contract. I'm gonna be reading what I can and cannot say.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, can you not be honest,
guys? And it's not me. It's not me.
It's us.
All of us. Everybody.
Of us.
All of the CrossFit media. It's not just me myself. I have no reach. None. I think I have like 5,000 followers on Instagram. I have no reach. The only people I'm reaching is strong women and grid people. That's the only people that care about what I have to say. Okay, and the occasional mountain.
That was once a year each.
But no, it's the whole barbell spin. It's all of the Sevon sphere. It's Chase and Bill. It's freaking Taylor and whatever he wants to cuss at people. It's all of those people. Right? That's what reach. And honestly, you got like the whole like Dallin, Colton, and Jason, all 3 of them, they're kind of with us too. Like they're not with us, but they are hyping up the same way we are. We're all on the same train. It's everybody. It's not just me. I'm saying if we chose to hype something up, I think it would be more hyped than just one individual athlete.
Yeah, I mean, look at what we did for Grid, the championship. At one point, we had more live viewers on our spin cast than the live stream of Grid. Now, they eventually got supplanted us, but they had like 300,000, 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. And we had just as many, basically.
I'll put it like this. I wonder how many tier shoes sold when they did all the tier Instagram commercials versus how much Born Primitive was sold during Taylor vs. the World. I bet we could compare the two, and they wouldn't be comparable.
We sold close to $3,000 of Olipop.
A freaking
in one
Olipop,
night.
and that
In
crap
one night.
sucks. Okay, I tried it. My parents bought 18 cases, and I felt bad for them. I felt really bad for them because I tried it and I was like, "Gosh, y'all got to drink all this stuff." And it took a lot just to get through one. You know what? I'm not saying we have all this clout. I'm just saying I think the media in general, the CrossFit media, has a lot of power as far as pushing competitions or hype around competitions that makes people want to watch.
Well, there's 224 people watching right now, right? Like we're having a conversation with them. We're answering questions on the chat. The athletes don't do that. And like Alex Gazan was on a podcast last week and she admitted like when she does like a sponsored post, she sees the engagement. It's lower. People don't care, right? Like they see it. They understand. Okay. Even if you're lifting, it's a paid advertisement.
My agent's already getting on to me. Let me.
Your agent.
She still has some. So I do want to bring up one thing from a little bit further back. Lee, I guess you spin looked a little sad today. Glad you see you smile tonight. CPW was good though. All right. So I've made this mistake now twice. I worked out. And then I hopped into the sauna. We got a new sauna.
Oh, it just drained you.
And I finished my workout. I hop in there. I just do 25 minutes. It's supposed to be good for you if you do it right after your workout. I was like, okay, I got an hour. I jumped into the cold plunge right after that, figuring maybe that will help me cool off. My eyes are bloodshot. I'm hot. Like I still feel it an hour and a half later. So it's not that I'm sad or stoned or anything else like I looked like when I was on Savon's show.
Your body's literally just trying to survive.
I'm literally melting and trying to survive because I was in a 190-degree sauna shortly before that. Yeah. Grid, Shiz, nobody's code in Grid sold $3,000 worth of Olipop.
Yeah, I'm not going to compare CrossFit to Grid. That's different. I think CrossFit people have more pull than Grid people.
Definitely.
I think I'm not going to compare the two, but
we'll see how much Olipop you can.
I can sell after that ringing endorsement. Listen, it's as good as any other drink out there. Okay, other than Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper and Ovaltine are top tier, and then Olipop's right there with everything else.
Speaking of the as good as drink as any, I noticed Jocko Molk. So I was just scrolling. I think it was Instagram, maybe Twitter. Jocko, they realized that it was so good that they had to step it up and go to Barstool after their sponsorship of us.
Oh, snap.
So it was kind of like, we'll see how they do. And then we'll pay those guys.
We gave
a lot
them their
more.
start, really. I don't think they'd be there without us.
Yeah. We put them on the map at the games. And
I've heard we're the proving grounds for sponsors.
Right.
We're the you sponsor us, you get a bigger thing. Like it's
if you can survive this, you will survive.
That's right. If you're not canceled after sponsoring us, you can bigger and better things are ahead of you. World Fitness Project and the IPQE in-person qualifying events.
It's like being at work now. It's too many acronyms. God. WFB, IQE, TTT, PRNV.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on. I guess we'll
IPQE.
Yeah, we'll address the Victor Hofer story here first. This afternoon, after I won around the whiteboard against Dallin and Mr. O'Keefe, I decided to listen to a podcast in, I guess, French and maybe another language. I don't freaking know. It was like 3 languages. Like I think Victor's girlfriend speaks English, but I think the people doing the interview may have spoken something other than French. I don't know. It was like just too many languages. Anyway, I got through about 20 minutes of it so far, and I got this little gem. We'll hear Here we go.
Each other. I think Will has made it very clear he doesn't want to compete. He wants these guys to be able to do both. Otherwise, he would have exclusively signed them into contracts that way.
You sure about that?
The World Fitness Project will have said that in 2026 we won't necessarily be able to do both. We will have a private contract where you can only do the complex. Right now it's open.
First of all,
Was that an AI translation?
it is.
Yeah. If I was O'Keefe, I would comment on your post and say, "This is AI. It's not. It's not. It's not real."
No, I have the ability to translate and then have it actually like spoken in that person's language. Lee, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. So yeah, Mr. Hofer went on a podcast. This was like a few weeks ago. I think they only had like 10 athletes. They're up to like 20 some odd announced now. So it was like right after he was announced. And that was like the first thing they started bringing up. And basically what he says is, right before that, he said, first of all, he's going to compete in the game season, it sounds like. So he's going to do the online stuff, hope that he can qualify, be one of those top 20 or so, and go straight to the games.
14.
16? I think it's 6. Is it 14 or 14 or 16? Yeah, it's a tight number. And then they started talking about, how he thinks, a lot of athletes will still do the games this year because it's $300,000 paycheck or $200,000 or whatever it's going to be for first place. So people will probably do both. And then he brought that little gem up of, next year there's just going to be.
So I wonder who we heard that from.
So
His contract.
Well,
I mean, I'm wondering if it's straight out of Will's lips or if it's a rumor or if it's in his contract. Like, I just wonder where it came from.
well,
He
I
didn't
got
just say that
I got a phone call right after that
Oh, snap. I've
From
gotten a
Mr.
couple of those
from
before.
Mr. Morad himself. Somehow he got my number. I don't know who.
Crazy.
Did you not know how I got your number?
No, I've known him for years. I've never exchanged numbers. And all of a sudden I get a little ring and it says
Maybe Will
it says
Morad?
Morad. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway, chatted with him right before the show.
Was it your private CIA number or was it just like your other phone?
It's just my regular
scary,
cell
that
phone,
number.
not the call-in number.
Okay.
And he said that they have not talked about 2026, that they're too busy focusing on 2025. However,
But
he's talked to agents and said, look, down the road, way down the road, if we are like super successful, maybe there's a chance we go to exclusivity at some point.
they haven't talked about it.
But they haven't talked about it.
Man, it feels
And
like
not the timing.
Victor said it so confidently. I could just
It will have been
Just
said.
Well,
rolled off his
he said it
but-
in French, so I don't know how confident.
everything's confident in French. Okay.
It looked pretty
It's been-
confident to me.
Yeah, it sounded confident.
So
Dude. He's nothing but smiles, and he was not smiling when he said that.
I don't know. Will wanted to clear the air. I offered him to come on the show. He late notice, wasn't able to. But that's what they're saying. So I don't know if there was lost in translation between him and his agent, if athletes have been talking, if others other than Will have been talking to agents or
Well,
athletes, or I don't know.
When you roll that in with the fact that we know that they were pushing for exclusivity in the beginning, and then they were like, well, never mind. After the athletes freaked out, I would imagine that it is something they're working towards. Allegedly.
I don't know.
I think they would want it. If you want to be the premier thing, I think you would want it. You just don't have the power to make it happen until like you're very, very successful.
Well, this is what goes with Spin was saying. Like, if you're compensating people, you don't have to ask for exclusivity. You'll just get it.
Yeah.
Right. If it's as big as it gets, you don't need it.
If it's like $1 million prize at the end of the line, everybody's going to do that.
Right. You probably skip Rogue at that point. If it's like
I'm not-
December, if it's December 1st and it's and Rogue is 4 weeks
And Rogue is October
beforehand, it's
29th,
across.
so really
it's
November. 1 month.
1 month. It's on a different continent, and you have
Dude,
$1 million at stake.
No
Yeah, you
shot.
don't do Rogue. Yeah, sure. There's a good paycheck.
And that's how we get Rogue to sponsor the CrossFit Games.
It's like now, if you're in 30th place and you're not going to make your pro card and it doesn't matter, then you go to Rogue and you try to get that Bitcoin.
Do you think that there'll be a little bit of bidding wars going on? Like we get close to Rogue and the prize purse isn't announced yet, and they're kind of like looking over what's WFP doing, and then WFP sees them make their call and they raise it, and then Bill and Katie are like, "Fuck you," and then they just fucking raise the hell out of it.
No, I don't think so. I
could totally see that
if
happen.
I'm Bill and Katie though, I would 100% see what their final prize is, and I'll be like, so let's say it's 350 because that outbids the games too, right? That we know of. 350. If I'm Bill and Katie, we are $350,000 and one more. Wait, 350,000 one. Like that's our prize money. And that $1 is going to first place. So like first place, like whatever that ends up being, it's distributed amount, but like you're the $1.
I don't know. I mean, again, I think if you have a prize purse, that's enough. And I mean, I wrote the article. You'll see up there the top 2 individuals. They are the funds behind at least this first season. It sounds like I don't know if they have anybody else, but it sounds like they have the financial capabilities to fund it.
Do you know their net worth?
I do not, and
somewhere over 3.
Maybe 4. Not sure. I mean, look,
somewhere.
Their family foundation, they've donated lots of money to different good causes. Everybody I've talked to says they're great people.
I don't care about the good stuff they've done. How much money do they have?
I have no idea.
Okay.
They've some Google searches show they've bought some
are.
massive houses in Florida and Hawaii. Let's just say that. Like,
okay.
So they're good people, dude.
Good people. Good people.
I bet you Greg's donated to a few causes himself, and then we can ask certain people if he's a great person. They would say yes, and other people would say he's.
I'm just reporting what people have said.
I'm just telling you,
like Victor Hofer.
It don't matter. Just because you donated money, don't mean you're a good person.
Look, I report what 2 people said, and then I get phone calls from Will. I get messages from agents, or at least one agent saying I was just being mean.
You're
trying to tear everything down.
Of all the mean people in CrossFit I know, Spin is one of them.
I just want drama.
I just can't with that bullshit, dude. Like
I used to talk about the Reddit post. Is that just clicked up?
No. Just this is a completely unrelated agent to anybody with O'Keefe or
it's me,
Hofer. Like just a random agent, just messaging me like, "Why are you doing this?" Like what?
A random agent?
Yeah,
Cooper.
No,
random.
I said random.
What I love doing in those situations is like, hey, why do you do this? I just respond with, I'm a huge piece of shit. And then they don't message me back. Like, dude, you're not doing anything.
I just respond, I'm the mints.
It's the same. It's the same thing that Hiller gets blasted at for like showing what somebody says in a clip. And then it's like, why are you attacking him? Right. It's the same thing. Like I'm showing what Victor said. I did the work to watch a freaking French podcast on Victor Hofer.
Uh-huh.
You mean bastard.
Right. And all of the people who don't have the capabilities to AI translate, I'm helping them. I'm helping them understand. Like, and if everybody in France watched this or listened to it and got the same thing out of it, why not the American peeps? No, it was not Snorri.
It's a random guy, guys.
Random.
Nobody's going to know. I'll find out after the show's over.
That's right. Another one to kind of talk about. Where is it? Not that one.
That's crazy, man, that people have that opinion of you.
It happens. It's fine.
You're like the most down-to-earth person.
It's all about the clicks, John.
You're just a news
It's all
reporter.
about the clicks. And then I also posted a few, I guess it was last week. I don't know anymore. This one.
They didn't create the season to kind of interfere with the game season.
I better mute it, otherwise I'll get demonetized. They don't like it. Mr. Medeiros there. 3 competitions. May. Oh no. Oh no, everything's
The options. I just think you're gonna have to make a decision.
When he says that, you're just gonna kind of have to make a decision. You know it with a smile. And I'm not saying
a little.
Listen, I don't think Will is bad at all for doing whatever dates he wants. You know good and well it's conflicting with the freaking semifinals and all that stuff. Like you know, you can't, you're not dumb. Like you know. And if you
This
don't
man will get
know,
fired up, buddy.
then you're retarded because you should know.
right. Like, and that was I struggled on Pedro's show this morning or this afternoon, was the argument that the season continually changes, and how would you know that something in May is going to be conflicting? The last 4 years, it's been almost identical of timing in May through early June. Like, yes, it changed by who runs your semifinal in your region, particularly in North America and Europe. But it's the same freaking 3-4 weeks every single year. And you're going to pick your first tour event to be right before that, or right the first week of it.
So, and I talked to like Dallin a little bit and Jason a little bit about it. Like, I just wanted their thoughts on, like, what do you want out of this? Like, what do you see the future as?
Did this conversation start with you saying, "What are you doing"?
No, it didn't. No,
No, it was.
No.
It was.
It started
did you
with
make 30,000.
no. With Jason, it started as congratulations on winning the fantasy football championship, Jason.
Yeah.
You're great.
I wonder
You're
how much.
awesome.
I wonder how much he has to pay Austin Hatfield for that.
It should be at least a quarter. But no, that conversation started with that, and then it kind of spiraled into it. Dallin's was a little bit later. It was nothing about their 30,000 or anything like that. All right, Jason gets 30. Dallin's got 31. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on it. But
Not 31,000, $30,001.
I think most people are just seeing like the good things that can come from the World Fitness Project and what it could evolve into, but like in a really good way, not conflicting with the CrossFit Games. It's just going to be another opportunity for everybody to make money. But everybody's just like, I think the majority of people are looking at it through rose-colored lenses and just wanting to see the good that can come from it. I think spin is almost the complete opposite, and like immediately, what's everything wrong with it? Sevon might be a little bit just of a hater, and like he's just going to hate it until we'll see what happens. But he's CrossFit Games purist. He kind of should, right? I personally hope everything goes great. I hope. I don't know if anybody saw the Get With the Programming episode with Chase and Bill and I talking about the World Fitness Project. But I hope it can run side by side. If it conflicts, it's not terrible. Like, yes, it might conflict with somebody and they have to cancel their contract or something. But it's not like game spots aren't missed because of it. And then it's just another competition. It's just looked at as another competition. And it grows a little by little, but the games will always be the games. The CrossFit Games is the fittest person in the world, right? I really am hoping that they just kind of coexist and they're great. In saying that, I kind of don't think it's going to succeed unless it conflicts with the CrossFit Games.
That's the truth.
If they want it to grow like how they're talking about, which in this year is just a trial year. That's why I'm not like doomsday. That's why I'm just like, let's just wait and see what happens. I spent kind of trying to predict the doomsday, and I'm just going to see.
Where have I tried to predict it? Where have I predicted it?
Well, that was eloquent.
But
So eloquent.
but if it wants to grow into this big thing where like people are making six-figure contracts, right, and the winner gets $1 million at the finals or $500,000 at the finals, that will not happen if you're not trying to overtake the games.
Mm-hmm.
Like if that's what you want, then you are trying to overtake the games, unless there's a partnership down the road. So like I either see this failing really quick, or that happens, and if that means it's the new games, then it's the new games, right? Or a partnership, which is ultimately what I hope happens, because I think it would just be really cool to culminate in the CrossFit Games.
That's what happened with Live,
right? And I'm saying you almost get the most money that way. It feels like a win-win situation if that happens. A little like the CrossFit Games kind of has to eat it because this is being so successful, but you're still the games. It's still the Super Bowl of fitness, right? And like that's what I ultimately hope happens. But I think it's one of those three. Tell me if I'm wrong. If it's any of those three, it's either going to kill the CrossFit Games, it's going to die really early, or that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's one of those options.
I mean,
and then which one are you rooting for?
And this is what's sort of beautiful about your analysis, and I had not stepped back and looked at it. You just like Hiller said, it's a lot like we're gonna have to use code talk here, but the 49ers. If we go back to our Sevon lingo, it's about a lot like people's reaction to the 49ers.
Yes.
And
not the football team.
Not the football team. And it's funny because I do think the reaction is the same as the 49ers. Everybody gets behind it. We all need to do this. And if we all do it, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, I think the optimistic people are like, it's only going to work if everybody gets behind it. But I think you can support it without being like, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead, Tyler.
And it's funny because like Hiller and I tend to fall on the same sides of the argument when it comes to weird shit like the 49ers.
Sure.
And son of a bitch, if we didn't do it again. And it's just it's hilarious that you pointed that out, and it is the exact same lines.
Yeah, and like not even going that far down the road, but like you talk about how does it coexist? Like you have Wadland Fest in Spain.
By the way, everybody can do that, right? Me and Tyler can do the online qualifier, and if we were in the top,
Wadland Fest is the qualifier starts in a week. Next week.
What?
Tyler, and we can
I'll do it.
You and me can do it.
I'm doing this proven thing.
Or no, sorry. It's 2 weeks. It's like the 18th, I think, the first workout.
You want to combine scores and just be John Watkins and like see if they
catch it.
As long as my last name is the last name, I'll do it.
I'm probably the one that needs to show up at the competition, but we got it. Okay. I thought this guy was a better runner.
Yeah. So you got Wadland Fest. That one, straight up online qualifier. That starts, I think, January 18th. There's 3 workouts. This weekend between Wadland Fest and French Throwdown is the in-affiliate semifinal. Then you have the French Throwdown. There's 2 weekends that are off. And then you have Rebel Renegades, you have Far East Throwdown, you got Syndicate Crown, you got Torian Pro. I assume Copa Sur is in April since they have April in there. But then you have the Fittest Experience in May.
Where's Mayhem?
Mayhem's way at the beginning.
Yeah. It's before everything.
They're the very first one in April 5th.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you started at Wadland.
Yeah, also known as the Hatfield Invitational.
Yeah, it's going to be Hatfield and a bunch of scrubs just to get Hatfield in easily. And then he just rests the rest of the time.
Hatfield and Christopher. That's what they're hoping for.
Christopher will quit and walk away.
Oh, man. I hope I get into Cookville and that moment happens and I just quit her.
There's no shot you're saying that. No shot. Dude, if Tyler made it over like Luke Parker and Gee and like say Austin, I think Austin would make it out of those. But Roman will be there too. What would
Oh
he?
man,
I think so.
it's not just Mayhem athletes, right?
It's invite only, man. I think it's just in Mayhem athletes.
Well, it's not
invite
Have
only.
they said that? Have they officially said that?
I thought it was invite only. I thought I got that from you. Yeah, if not, I've been
Maybe they're
telling
from me.
everybody that.
Good source. Source is solid.
I have no
You
idea.
are right, Tyler. I forget who I hear things from.
I don't think they've officially announced it. I think it is going to be a very small field, probably mostly invite.
I'll
It would be
honest,
funny
I
if it was
think I
all
might have
just Mayhem
made Albany
athletes.
up. I don't even think we're going in there anymore. I think I made that up. I don't think I heard it from anybody. It just popped in my head one day.
So
What
we
were
have
you saying, Spin? Sorry.
You have two weekends where they couldn't overlap. You have TFX and you have Willie's Fitness Project Tour Event 1. Like, if you're from Europe and you're doing this and you're part of the Willie's Foundation, you're probably doing one of these, maybe both. I guess you could technically do both. I think French has its own qualifier in February. Like, either way, you're probably going to do an affiliate semifinal, one of these, and then do World Fitness Project if you're like Hofer, because Hofer probably goes to French Throwdown. If you're in the States, the first weekend of May, you're doing an affiliate semifinal. If you don't qualify, like, what if they're the same weekend?
And this is why you're so negative Nancy about it turning out to happen or be good at all, is because it's like, really, they should just wait. Like, it's a non-starter. Nobody knows what's getting ready to happen, and you're asking people to take faith out of something that they know works, which is getting to the CrossFit Games, and putting it into something that they don't know that works, just in case they get a payday.
Especially if it's the championships in December. Just, you can do all this in June. And I get it's a quick turnaround. It's still a quick turnaround, right? Like a really fast one. But you still get the majority of the semifinals out of the way. And then maybe your first one's June 8th, right?
See, my thing is, my guess is they didn't do it in June because if they're qualifying and trying to do the games as well, they don't want to go to a competition or fly across the country to do a competition in between preparing for the games.
Well, at that point, you just got to make a decision.
Apparently.
Right? What Dallin say? You got to adjust your training, brother. You just got to adjust your training. That's it.
It's easy.
Just training.
Honestly, which one do you care about more? Like, you can go do that and still do your training. I bet you Colton would go do those competitions and still do his like workouts that he has that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, still get his training in. Hey guys, I know we just did this event, but do you care if I like hang around for an hour? I gotta get my rope climbs in. My grip sucks. I don't know if you heard.
I gotta do some rope climbs and running.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I know Dallin is very confident in his ability to do all of it, but to me, it's tough. Summer. What if CrossFit changes the structure in partnership with World Fitness Project? Succession planning.
They're not big enough for that. The World Fitness Project would have to be, I honestly think they'd have to be bigger than the games for the games to even consider a partnership with them. But I do think that's the best way. I think if they got that big, I think that would be the most successful way.
How would you define bigger than the games?
400,000.
You're just about prize purse?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. I don't even care about their salaries. Like, their salaries can be like, what if it was, let's say it's $500,000. Let's say the games is 300, it's 500. It's not big enough to be like, it's the CrossFit Games, right? Like, if it's $1 million, the games is not that big, right? But like, if it's 500 and the games is 300 and their salaries are like $50K instead of $30K, and Tia's getting $100K, right? Something like that. I could see that being big. I think that's big enough that the game, if they wanted to, they could just make the games the finals of the World Fitness Project. And then you do the games. Honestly, at that point, if you're partnering up, it's all kind of together. You know what I mean?
But
And what Pedro said today on your show, like the online semifinals can be the first World Fitness Project, like competition tier, whatever.
like the qualifier,
Right. Your very first one can be the online semifinals. And then you just move on from there. And then you can pick and pop. People can get to the games with this way, or they have already gotten to the games. And the people who've already gotten to the games, they're all going to do the other World Fitness Project competitions because they already got there. You know what I'm saying?
maybe. I mean,
What I'm saying is, like, I think that would, but the World Fitness Project would have to get that big for it even to be considerable. They will not. There's no way HQ would partner with them at all.
so you're saying if the
until
Gillette family just throws down $500,000, it's bigger than the games?
it would depend who does it. There's a whole bunch of factors. Bunch of factors would go into if it's bigger than the games.
Would you say the Rogue Invitational was bigger than the games when last time it was in Austin? If the prize purse was $500,000,
At
would
Rogue.
you say that? Yeah, 2023.
Bigger. What's bigger?
That's
the
my
games
point.
the games is still bigger.
Right, but let's say they had a $500,000 prize purse. You guys were
The
there
games
at
is-
Round
the games
Rock.
is- the games is still
There's
bigger.
nobody
I'm saying
there.
It would a lot of variables would go into it, but if it was that big, if it had a $500,000 prize, all of the athletes would do it. We would talk about it. I think more people would go.
Because of the higher prize purse?
No, because we're talking about it, Brian.
Oh, we have that influence to tell people to go?
Yeah,
Dude, we were talking about Rogue.
yeah, it's true. Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean bigger on all facets. I'm saying just bigger. But
Huge.
there's no way it could get there without it being that much money. I'm saying it's not going to get a whole lot of fans at their competitions.
I don't think it matters how much money they give the athletes. If you give the winner $1 million, the same people who are going to show up at $300,000 are going to be there.
No, but
Nobody
you
extra.
You wouldn't be able to do both though if they're close together, or you wouldn't be peaked out for both.
well, apparently they don't peak out anymore. They just
I'm just talking about
Constant
viewership.
state.
I'm not talking about athletes.
So I'm talking about athletes. Like if the majority of the top 20 athletes didn't do the games because the World Fitness
They're-
Project is that big, then I would think the games would consider partnering with them. If like
Or-
half, so say top 20, if like 10 of the top 20 people chose not to do the games in favor of the World Fitness Project because of the money, then I would think they would consider partnering with them.
Is there a route? Let me play.
Everything
Conspiracy
bigger.
Tyler
Everything
here.
bigger, Souza. I'm
Everything.
talking about everything, not just money, but nothing happens without money. It can't be bigger without the money.
Is there a route where CrossFit is really pulling the strings with all this?
no.
There's no route. It's not a thing
No.
because it's a little convenient that something pops up when they've been defunding everything, right?
I
All
don't
of a
know.
sudden,
I feel like if
this other league shows up, and now we don't have to have all the. We could potentially not do the games at all. I mean, you saw Drunk Pedro, and he's like, and then we won't even have the games, and it'll all be fine.
I don't know. I feel like if Spin and Drunk Pedro knows what CrossFit is doing before CrossFit knows what they're doing, they're not smart enough to actually do that.
I don't think I don't think that's the case because I think they would have done a better job at coordinating dates to not try to throw two competitions within a 2-week period when they're trying to say don't overlap.
Or that's just what they want you to think.
That's what they were. Yeah. We're talking about only the elite divisions, but like there's 2 team divisions, there's 2 masters divisions. Like, do people go compete there? Like, it's hard to get people to travel across the country for a competition. Like Wadapalooza's figured out how to do it. But like even the SoCal one was tough.
There's teen divisions and masters divisions in the World Fitness Project.
Yes.
Mhm.
Nobody's watching those.
Not watching, but do people even go?
I don't. I mean, maybe, but I will not know them.
Well, I mean, we don't know anybody that competes at the community divisions at Wadapalooza either. But
they go.
I know a
But
couple.
do you
folks.
go like the online qualifiers a month and a half before this May event? So it's going to be in April, right around when those athletes are trying to do their in affiliate semifinal. Do they do 2 online qualifiers in weekends in a row?
It's funny that I have not heard anything about the qualifier event to be in the Challenger League.
Right.
You would think that should be front and center, considering that's probably how you're funding the whole damn thing.
You can't fund it. I mean, there's like 500 athletes. That ain't funding anything. Not for John's $500,000 prize purse or $1 million.
No, I mean that's not.
That doesn't even cover your live
That's
stream.
not this year. That's not this year. This year it's not going to be very big. Like I bet the finals are under 100,000.
Do you have to give your money back if you're the $100,000 contract athlete? Tia's like, here's an extra 10. Here's 10,000 back for my $90,000 paycheck.
That'd be hilarious if they taxed them.
I mean, you saw it at Syndicate. You were there, right, Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
Like they had the community events. It's hard for Wilson to get those people to go there, right? Like
Wilson and I had a long talk about that.
Yeah, like
it's dude. I mean, we've gone over and over about why that is, and that's my thing with WFP is they've not answered or even addressed that issue, and without doing that, they're not going to do anything. That's where CrossFit is, and I've told this to everybody. If you want to solve CrossFit and like making it a popular sport again, it's a 3-year problem. And it starts in the community in the United States. Don't have that conversation. That's fine. Your business is going to fucking fail.
I also reported on the Rebel Renegade games.
That was a hard thumbs up. Tyler.
Yeah.
That thumb had a curl to it and everything. That was.
I mean, it's the way it is, man.
Rebel Renegade games in Africa, they're only allowing athletes who have a passport in Africa or UAE, where Dubai is, or train and live in those regions. So Colton cannot go to Africa to compete.
I like that.
Damn it.
I like that they're doing that.
I do too.
Ruan Part 2.
Do you?
Pot guider.
Let's get there, Ruan. I'm a Ruan fan.
If Asia does the same thing, it doesn't sound like Torian is, but again, that's a freaking heck of a flight out there. Like you gotta be pretty darn committed to go out to Australia.
They're
right?
cocooned anyways.
Yeah.
But if Asia does the same thing, if others decide to do something similar,
I'm not for it with Asia.
Just because they're
Anybody?
so bad.
Yeah, I don't have anybody I like from there. I like Ruan.
I like the girls.
Name them. Dawn Young. You got Dawn
Yeah.
Young.
Sung Young.
I guess yeah.
I like them. They rolled deep at the games. Their posse was cool as shit.
They're good. They're good people. I also know 6 of the top 7 men pop for steroids, but
Fine with it.
it's all right. Why then do in-person qualifying events if you like a sanctional season if you're going to what they called ring fence, geo fence, limited to regions?
Well, you still want the community in that area to have like a qualifying thing. But I understand what you're saying. Like, there's not enough elite athletes out there that you couldn't just hand pick them anyway.
Why aren't we just calling their semifinals and saying that America gets 3, Europe gets 2, everybody else gets 1? Like, why are we making it a new thing with different qualifying spots? Like, why is it not semifinals anymore?
I don't
mean,
know. I don't know.
You want all the same rules of semifinals. Why didn't we just keep it that way and then just give it to people to run?
Right. Like we did that 21.
Yeah, but it's not confusing enough, Brian.
Like we changed the structure, but then you
Think
still have
bigger.
But you now have
Look.
the
Hey,
organizer
look,
making the
look.
decision.
You're going to try to get from point A to point B, and you're trying to go like this, right?
I'm just trying to.
You gotta, have an adventure to get to your point. Okay. It's like a lady friend. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna.
It's about the journey, Spin.
It's about the journey. They just want to make you work harder to figure it out so you can explain it to everybody else.
What would you do if you didn't have 481 articles to write every year?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Man. They're supporting at least 100 of those.
That's definitely the case.
What would we do if they didn't have this for you to beat Halpin to every step of the way? Like,
good
you know what I mean? We're gonna let Halpin live happy? No, we can't do that.
We can
He's
share
gotta
some
be
stories.
frustrated.
He can share some stories. It's fine. I just don't understand why it's so different.
It's not, but it is.
Right.
I don't think it's that different. I think you're just.
But why are we calling them in-person qualifying events? Why are we?
I don't know. Why are they
Giving the
sometimes
region-
it's tests and sometimes it's workouts and sometimes it's events?
Justin Berg is why.
Chase used to get so mad about that, and because I guess they'd get on to him about commentating because if you said events, they're like it's test, and I could get how that would be annoying. Doesn't bother me at all. You call it whatever you want to call it. I don't care.
It gets confusing from time to time when you're like, are you talking about Waterpalooza as an event as a whole, or are you talking about an event that happened at the event of Waterpalooza?
No,
Waterpalooza. Besides that,
it's a competition.
Tier
the event is the workout.
Tier
Waterpalooza. Please don't.
Tier.
Yeah. Phil B says it's less confusing than the mountain.
Well, Phil,
no.
The mountain is a rich tapestry of history. Okay, I wouldn't. How do I want to put this? I wouldn't expect the common folk to understand the intricacies of the mountain. Okay. It's okay. You're not the only one confused.
Yeah, I think we'll be getting a lot more information here very soon. I believe the registration for the Open begins on the 15th, so 2 weeks from now. I assume the rulebook will be coming out here soon. Maybe they'll tell us where the games are.
We know where the games are.
John, have you registered for the Proven Throwdown?
I am registered. I'm there. I'm on the team too.
I'm on the team.
Yeah. I've done the first one.
I did same.
Cool.
And it sucked.
It's a lot harder than you think it's gonna be. It feels like nothing. About 4 rounds in, feels like nothing. And then you're like, I'm tired.
Oh, no.
and about 2 rounds of that, and then 4 rounds. It's like, man, those last 4 rounds got real slow.
Yes. I 5 rounds. I was like, man, I'm flying through this. And then it was like, why is this not over yet? Yeah.
And it's the single arm is a little weird because you can move fast, but you don't
if you want to.
You don't want to move fast. It's one of those movements where and those are always hit. I don't know how you guys are with those. Those are always really hit and miss for me on movements that you can move fast, but it feels really bad to move fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you can go fast, you don't feel nothing, right? But that's a movement that you can go fast, but it hurts to do. It's hard. And
who got on here?
This wasn't a great movement. I did not choose to move fast. I'll say that.
For those who don't know, Proven is hosting their Proven Community Throwdown. It begins officially tomorrow. 2 weeks, kind of like the Open. Start Thursday, submit your scores by Monday. They'll give you 2 workouts a week. I guess I'd probably liken it to almost like a practice run for the Open.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a good way of describing it.
The intensity, it did suck. The first workout sucked, and I've already done a version of the second one. It was a little.
The first
different.
one did feel like an open workout.
Yeah, but it was the intensity was good. Like it sucked, but it wasn't so much that I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Very, very just fitness. Like
Yeah.
it's not super intense, but just very fitnessy test.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna rock the second one. I haven't done the second one, but I think I'm gonna rock the second one.
The second one will catch you. It's
I think I'm gonna smoke the second one.
yeah, it's a good one, but it'll catch you if you're not ready.
And so there's like affiliates, gyms can sign up for it. Obviously, there's plenty of people who don't have a gym that is participating, or you work out at home. And so they allowed us to have our own affiliate. So if you guys sign up, or you can change it, I guess, right? You changed it, right, Tyler?
Yeah, I was under my gym and I changed
Yeah,
it.
I just changed it. It's not hard at all. Just under your gym, put the barbell.
Change your name to the Barbell Spin, and you'll show up there. And I think I'll have a little bit of a tiny little barbell spin prize pack for somebody.
Nice.
So if they beat me, I will draw a name of somebody that is in there. So go sign up. It's $20. Actually, if you go use the code SPIN when you sign up, you should get it for 15.
I think we should only do people that beat me. I think we should make this a lot smaller of a prize pool.
Hey, now it's participation.
Right,
I'm going to beat Grant. Grant will be out of it. He'll have no chance. And then somebody else will have a chance.
First workouts due Thursday, or
No,
the submission window opens on Thursday.
it opens on that day.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. It was kind of weird because when affiliates signed up for it, it's part of like the group, like your class package. So like it's programmed in the week, and I think they asked the affiliate owners to not share it right away, like prep for it. We're giving it to you early so you can prepare for Friday and Saturday. And I think it was Grant actually that saw it. It was on YouTube. Some dude went and posted their workout on Monday morning doing one of the community workouts. It was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sign up for it, but here, I'm going to just do the workout and post it online.
God.
And so I shared it with Nick, and so they released the workouts a little bit early to the community.
Dude, people that do that with the open,
Drive me nuts.
I hate those people.
That do it and don't sign up.
Yeah.
Workout number one, 10 rounds, 32 double unders, 8 alternating single arm doubles press, time cap 15 minutes. You'll see there a video is not required. So
Did you make the time cap, Tyler?
Yes.
Very comfortably?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was at the beginning. I was like,
John.
Yeah. What are we considering? What are we considering comfortable?
you threw that word out. You define it.
I mean, like over a minute.
Yes.
Okay. Me too, but it wasn't much. It wasn't much past that.
I thought like at the beginning, I was like, oh, I can do this in 10 minutes. And then like I did like 2 test rounds just to see what it would feel like. And I was like, oh,
Dude,
nope.
no shot. One round's like right at a minute if you're not
Right
like,
at a minute
not,
if
like,
you're
hammering
moving.
it. Yeah.
Right. And then it fell
you
off
sub
pretty
13?
bad. No.
Okay. All right.
So you guys are close.
No, we're good. We're good. I feel good.
So
I'm
yeah,
not going to tell you my score because you always do this during the open.
No, you're good. You're good. Well, it's because it's always just workouts like these. We're very comparable workouts like these.
I'm not going to redo any of these.
I won't ask you your score of the second one. I'll just know.
Workout number 2, a long chipper, almost somewhat like the, was it 14.1?
Yes.
Yes. That's a great call.
60 wall balls, 50 calories or /40 calorie row, 40 pull-ups, 30/24 calorie row, 20 power snatch at 115.75, and 10 bar muscle ups if you get that far. Time cap 16 minutes, or when you finish your 20th power snatch.
The version I did had 20 clean and jerks at 135. This is going to be much easier than that.
I think it'll be a lot. I don't know if it'll be easier. I think it'll be
Faster.
Yeah,
faster.
Yeah.
I won't have to look at the bar nearly as long.
Sure, it'll be faster for sure. What's funny is it's not a lot of the workout, but I feel like the snatches is the worst part of this workout.
It's the absolute worst part. Yep.
So yeah, those are the
I
two
think
workouts.
I'm gonna make
Easiest
it a
10-bar
goal.
muscle ups I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah.
Were
I
you,
was like,
were
thank
you
God
resting
I'm
that
here.
much between the
I
barbell?
was like, I'm ready to be done. I was breathing hard, but I was like, you can do this.
All right. I'm thinking about going unbroken on the snatches, which means I'm gonna have to chalk up for those bar muscle ups because I'm not going right
Take
up
a
to
long
yeah.
transition.
It's gonna be a long break, but we'll see when we get there. I might get there and be like, nope, fives. Like
No, that's what was good about this workout was the wall balls being in the front. I was like, I'm so glad these are done because if you're tired and you got to go do wall balls, that sucks.
Yes, get those out of the way.
I think I'm gonna make it a goal on this one, so I can like make it a little bit of a training piece to hold 1400 on the rower.
Yeah,
and
you'll
then
be able to do that.
we'll see. I get really out of breath with like after the pull-ups.
It's only 30 though.
It's 40.
I broke up
After the pull-ups, it's only 30 calorie. Right?
No.
Hold that.
Yeah. I got you. It's just when I get in like these this shipper workout, like I couldn't do that for 14.1. I went into it with 1400. And then I did the first, like the rowing's kind of in the front, and I did it at 1400, but I was like, yeah, so we'll see.
Grant says the snatch was easy. Singular.
Yeah, when you go slow, it is easy, brother.
Yeah, Grant needs to. I wonder if he'll redo it.
Don't redo it. Don't be that guy.
No, go ahead and sign up for that. I think it's something that's pretty cool that they're doing.
It's fun. I like that we're getting to do this like as a squad.
A little bit of a group. So go sign up. Use code SPIN when you sign up. Save a few bucks. So yeah. You guys want to move on to our predictions?
Let's do it. I have 7.
Okay,
man.
good. I only
I have
have
4.
Like 4.
I have
Okay,
4.
good. There we go.
Man,
Pick your best 4, John.
No problem doing that. Well, here, how about I just
You just start going, and then
we'll snake draft it. I'll go 1 and 4 every time. Okay, I'll do 2 in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My very first one is let's see. Let's pick one. At least one perennial games athlete will miss the games due to a scheduling conflict with the World Fitness Project and all that stuff. And so, like, what I mean by that is they're contracted to do a competition. They didn't make the online. Maybe you can do multiple and they were only able to do one, and then like they couldn't do another one because of it. A scheduling conflict of some sort will cause at least one perennial games athlete, by that like over 2 times, to miss the games.
Like a top 10 games athlete? You wanna go that?
Let's say they've made the games 2 or more times.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say top 10, just anybody, right? 2 or more times.
Amy Kringle's not in it.
No, Amy Kringle's not in it. But like Abby Doman has made it multiple times, right?
Yeah.
But like she's not a top 10 games athlete. So like somebody like that counts. Yeah, not a freak accident. Like, Colton missed the games, and we all thought he was going to make the games. Kind of a freak thing.
He's just retired and sucked.
But
It's like a Yonakoski at the
he was
semifinals last year.
Right. Not on performance, a scheduling conflict.
Yeah, he crushes it before, and then he doesn't make it there because it's
because of a scheduling conflict. It's not because of performance.
Got it.
Hopping off the back of that, this isn't one of my predictions. It's just a fun thought. Over under. How many games athletes of the top 20, so 40, will not be there from last year? I would say, let me put that at like 10.
Yeah.
Over?
No. I mean, that 10's a great number. I would have to like put a hard look on it.
That's men and women.
Are we counting like
top
Laura
20 men,
and
top
Emma?
20. Yeah.
We're counting like Emma's not going. She's retired.
I kind of want to lean towards like the whole WFP thing, but there's the Lazar stuff too. So we'll just say everything.
Yeah, I would take the over on 10. I think it's going to be the hardest to get there this year. I think the hardest to make the games this year over every year so far. Because it's only 30. And I think a lot of people are banking on the online semifinals, and it's only 14 people. Like,
in the world.
Like you go look at how your open was, like see how many times or the quarterfinals, see how many times you were in the top 14. Even people like Dallin, like it's not a given.
Rare. Yeah.
Like maybe you should. Like, I mean, Dallin, Dallin's second fittest guy in the world. You should, but it's not a given.
The return of Mirham.
Mirham.
If Mirham makes it because of the online semifinal.
Here is quarterfinals from this past year, worldwide. Yona, Adler, Hofer, Roman, Austin. Austin may already have. Austin could already have it from Mayhem before.
Yeah, Austin's gonna have it locked up multiple ways. Look, Dallin wouldn't make it. Quant wouldn't make it.
Guillaume, bro, he would make it. Mr. Cornwall. That's it. Old Dallin. You better be going to Knoxville. So that's the man.
Dallin was the 20th
place, would not make it.
Wouldn't make it.
Too big.
Good news.
Too fat.
For the women,
too fat, Dallin.
Yeah, Gabby's gone.
Gabby's gone. We don't know if Laura will compete.
Emma Tall's gone.
Emma McQuaid's gone.
McQuaid is gone. I mean, there's got a lot of women are gone just by just kind of being gone. Karen Freyova might not do it. But Haley Adams did not make the top 14.
She's out.
Ariel Lowen did not. Abby Domick, Carolyn Prevost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grace Walton wouldn't make it. Claudia Gluck. A whole bunch of girls. Tia Claire Toomey because she got a penalty.
No, because she
send her home.
Because she
her wrist thing.
Her wrist.
Yeah.
She sandbagged.
She was just chilling. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, there's a lot of names there that are going to be, first of all, you're cutting down to 30 athletes. That alone, you're going to have some that aren't going to be there just because of that.
Just for qualifying reasons.
Right. Yeah.
Be fun.
All right. That's my first games prediction. Tyler?
I would say my first season prediction. It's season prediction, right?
It's anything CrossFit.
Anything in 2025.
Yes. Doesn't have to be games.
Doesn't even have to be CrossFit related. The Vikings will win the Super Bowl.
Doge will go back up to $72 a day. No, I'm just kidding. Over half the events at the Mayhem Classic will be iconic Rich Froning workouts. Like ones we remember, ones that were programmed before, maybe not by him, and they will be moments where we saw Rich shine.
The exact event?
Like push, pull, shit like that.
But like it's exactly that event?
Or it won't be exactly that event.
Or a version of that event?
It'll be a version on those events. Like I'm thinking about
like
the front
push, pull
squat,
2.0?
handstand. Yeah. No. The front squat, handstand, push up. Yes.
The GHD lunge, handstand walk workout. That was a really good one.
How about this one? How about this prediction? We should have invited Souza on.
Stop it, Souza. By the way, did y'all see him lie on the Sevon podcast this morning?
I saw that text from you, and I was like, I don't know what this is.
Oh, no, you were with them. This was during the New Year's show. No, it wasn't this morning. It was during the New Year's show. You were with them.
We were drinking. We don't know what we said.
Oh, man. Just straight up lied about me. I offered to pay for the groceries that I bought, and he said, and he told me verbatim, oh, what's a tax write-off, bro? This is what I do. I do this. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't know nothing about this, so I'll just let him go, right? Okay, cool. Great. And then he asked if he could try my Ovaltine out, and I'm like, absolutely, brother. Well, I'm going to bring you on the train. We're going to make Souza strong. You know how you get strong? You drink your Ovaltine, kids. A Christmas story. Everybody knows that. And he drank it, and he loved that Ovaltine. He loved it.
Greatest
I wouldn't be
Airbnb
surprised
situation
if
of
he
all
drinks
time.
it. If he drinks it in secret in his home, in like his man cave, away from everybody, so nobody knows.
What Souza wanted you to do was he pays it with the Savon corporate card, and then you give him cash.
No, that's not what he told me. You know what else? They also told me, hey, we're going to leave at 7:30, not 7:20. They said
Things are
7:30.
always said that never
7:30.
happen.
We're leaving. I get downstairs at 7:26. Gone.
Ghost.
Nobody's there.
Ghost house.
If you're on time, you're late. So, yeah, that's I don't know, Tyler. That's I'm not sure if that's
Over half.
Okay. All right. I'm going outside the games, still related to it. I'm going to say Berkshire sells CrossFit LLC
Damn
by the end of the
you.
year.
That was my I okay. I'll one up you.
Off
and
the
I'll
record. Off the record to who?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
6 months.
I didn't know
wanna
if you had
say
anybody
6
in
months.
Within the 6 before the games.
6
Before
months.
the
the
games,
games?
it's sold.
For the games.
You would think they would sell it right after the games, unless somebody else dies. Then before the games would be better.
It's just like what's his face? Signetti. He signed that contract right before they played Ohio State.
That is
Right.
your absolute. The second he signed that contract, you should put all your money on Ohio State. He knew exactly what was about to happen.
Speaking of Ovaltine,
Oh snap!
look at that. Look
Did
at
you
that.
try some?
I have not tried it yet.
Oh, it's
My parents
get a
got it for
sponsor?
me for Christmas.
Did they really? Why?
That's amazing.
They watched the show.
Oh, that's
Shit,
amazing.
I'm gonna order some
That's
now. God,
amazing.
Yeah.
Make sure you drink it with like white Fairlife milk, so your macros are 33%.
What about raw goat milk?
I don't know the macros on raw goat milk, but I know if you do white Fairlife milk, your macros are 33% across the board. Do you know that? That's pretty wild, right?
That's why they call it
do they have
Fairlife.
a low carb option?
33%.
That's
as low as
their
it
low
gets.
carb
That's,
option.
that's what I know.
33%.
The goat milk
Okay.
is the low carb option. I don't
Well,
know.
I've
what
spewed
I don't
two
the
of
goat
my-
milk. I don't mess around with.
I've spewed 2 of mine.
Did I just ruin
6
one of
months.
yours?
Yeah, 6 months.
Okay. I'll do 2. I'll do 2 then, because the most. All right. Wadapalooza. Both Jason and Dallin's teams will podium. So neither of them have podiumed. They both gotten 4th place twice. Their team, Dallin and Jason. And I'm going to say both of their teams podium at Wadapalooza.
So Dallin's replacing Jay Crouch on last year's winning team.
Which means nothing. The events suited Team Go Wad, Justin Medeiros, Willie Georges, Jay Crouch. They suited them really, really well. If anybody remembers, I predicted them to get 2nd, and they got 1st. Everybody else was real down on them, but the events made a huge difference for them.
And they got
Everybody
changed
thought
a lot,
Team
too.
Teeter was going to be great, and they were 4th, right? And I predicted them to be 3rd. So I mean, does revolve around the events. So you can't just say the former champ. Hopper's on the fittest team. He's on with Jeff and Vellner. But I'm going to say both of them will podium.
Speaking of tier, first of all, this Emily Roll photo
is beautiful.
Greatest picture.
I feel so bad, but like that's always going to be
You
every
had
time we
to.
talk about a sand.
You had to.
I don't feel bad at all. She did it.
She was a great sport about it too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There will be 6 workouts at Tier Wadapalooza this year. 6 individual workouts, 6 team workouts, 6 community workouts, 6 adaptive workouts.
30 day home challenge workouts.
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. There it is. Workouts in the sand. 3.
Well, because they have the all sand venue, right?
There's only 2 stadiums or 2 stages, I think.
Seats made of sand, cameras made of sand, everything's made of sand.
Everything is sand.
SpongeBob SquarePants Invitational.
The teams only have twice, but the individuals have it 3 times. That's a lot of sand workouts.
I may be wrong. This feels like a lot of sand. Doesn't it? It's just
What can you do in the sand other than burpees over a worm? or carrying shit back
Kettlebell.
and forth.
Snatches.
I want to see a max clean.
burpees.
A max clean in the sand.
Well, O'Keefe said it was the hard sand, so maybe you could do that.
Whatever that
Is
is.
that a thing?
I don't know. That's what he said.
What do they do? Wet it down every night?
Not a max clean and jerk. That would obviously that would be unsafe.
Just
A max clean.
I don't like the sand workouts in general.
Well,
One is fine. There's no swimming.
I agree with you. I agree with you about the sand, but I do want to see. Let's see what they do. But I don't know what they can do. But like, maybe they have creative ideas.
You think they're going to run down to the beach and back, and Brian will be chasing him again?
What if they do a tug of war
I hope
elimination?
not. God. Tug of war would be great.
What if Brian's covering it, right?
I believe so.
I hope it's like shuttle runs then for like a mile.
For a mile shuttle run?
He just has to run up and down with his phone.
I mean, I imagine that's got to be at least one of them, right? Like one of them is some
Shuttle
type of
runs.
run. Well,
we did that.
Run.
We did a shuttle run at Pensacola, and it was over one of those like beams. You had to like run down, go over a beam, come under the beam, and come back. And those were the shuttle runs.
Yeah, this looks cool. Like it.
And guess who runs Pensacola?
This looks cool, but I'm with you, Spin. Other than like doing shuttle runs and burpees, like it's hard to. Yeah, you can lift weights, but it's not. It's not the same.
Hard sand? How is this possible?
I don't know. That's what he said. Go
Hard
back
sand.
and watch Pedro's show. He said it was hard sand. So yeah.
I don't think it's good for Austin.
D-ball tosses. They're going to do D-ball tosses over the head.
They could.
You could handstand walking hard sand.
Jeffrey, athletes may blister their feet unsafe. Actually, they have to wear shoes the entire time in the sand.
Tier shoes.
That's even worse, bro. Dude. I think I would wear the gaiters then while I'm doing these things. Sand like in your socks or sand in your feet with shoes on, like it's the worst feeling.
What was it like in SoCal? Like how sandy was it?
Sandiness.
Have you seen Dune? Kind of like that.
Exactly like that.
I just wonder, like, is it just going to be like a sandy mess everywhere?
Yes.
I know what word we are going to say over and over on the broadcast.
Sand,
man.
I'm
going to sleep. The Sandman must have got me.
You got sand, Django.
Ortega, they had hard floor. Okay. That's fine. All right. I like that prediction there, John. I like it.
And then I have two, right? I have two.
Yeah.
So, okay. My other prediction is, and I think somebody called this in the chat. Good on you. I think it was Phil. But this lesser known athlete, okay. But John Young is gonna clean 405. That's gonna happen in 2025.
Lesser known athlete.
Okay. That's gonna happen.
On the grid stage, you think?
I don't think so. I don't think they do maxes, but it will happen and you will hear about it.
I low-key am I'm not trying to shit on you cleaning 405. I hope it happens. That's freaking dude, I've still not cleaned over 300 pounds, and you're gonna clean 100 more pounds.
Well, I gotta do it first, Tyler. But I think
that's insane.
I feel like you can count the guys that can do that on one hand. Like cleaning, and I know Travis tried to do it, Ben tried to do it. Like a lot of people tried to do it.
Right. Yeah.
And never got there. So I want to clean 405.
But I wanted to say, like, I low-key get really excited when I remember that you're going to be in grid this year. And how fun it's going to be.
When is your first match?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Probably not.
Oh, they don't have a schedule?
No, I know, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
I don't think you are. I need to run interference. I'm John's manager.
And I
need to
know-
run interference
and-
at any opportunity. He's
and I
going to
don't-
screw this up.
And I don't know obviously I don't know these people well enough to say things and not be in trouble for it. You know what I mean? Alan, that guy is one of the guys.
Yes.
Alan.
He's a freak, by the way. I think
Alan, when does the season start?
Alan might know. I doubt it. I'll tell you after this show. Right around when the semifinals kind of get done.
Okay. I hope there's
Braun will be born, and we can.
Yeah,
start
bro.
traveling again.
Yeah, and dude, there's one that I think it's going to be closer to you guys,
Me?
to everybody.
Close to the heart.
Look at this. Let's see. Oh, it took me to a new tab.
Hey, I'm gonna come up with a prediction right now. The what do you call it? The Bandits, the Outlaws,
Bandits.
The Houston Bandits are gonna be the 2025 Grid League champions.
Oh man, that would
No.
be wicked. That would
Look
be
at this.
wicked.
You can American Grid Trials, $22.
Not bad.
It's like a combine.
Only perform the tests you choose from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
See if you can do it. If you're
Take the quiz.
The Wet Bandits.
What are your favorite movements?
You gonna answer this for you, Spin, and see if you're
Yeah.
qualified for Grid League?
Long and pace workout.
Perfect.
What is your
It's gonna be
primary athletic
amazing. It's gonna
background?
be amazing.
I could do track and field.
Yep.
And I'll say CrossFit, even though I'm not great at it. Your preferred role on the team. I'm going to do the leadership. I'm going to strategy. Although somebody said I was kind of a low rate random person on Pedro's show. What is your stance on competing? I dabble.
Yeah.
How do your skills compare with your peers worldwide?
Your best skills.
My best
So
skills.
how does your running compare? Probably top 5. Maybe
Top 5. You get top 5.
I think if I would focus on running, I could be top 5% in the entire world.
Yeah, I think so.
Where should we? What?
Oh, what? Okay.
Cooper
Spin
at Cooper.com.
at Cooper Marsh.
All right. Oh,
It's
It is a good
great
fit. Oh, there we go.
At the highest level, Spin.
There it is.
Well, that's how you know everybody got that. When you get the email, you should
Wait till they see me.
What is there one event that you could do in grid spin? Rowing. No, they don't.
No,
even
there's
row.
no
have
rowing.
rowing.
Everything's less than a minute and
No.
really strong or really
Yeah,
skilled.
I would suck at grid.
Like,
Where's this mile run?
I don't know. If
where's
there
the
is
5K?
one. I'm not trying to be mean.
It should if you click the long and paced workouts, it should be just like, sorry, we do not think.
Yeah.
this
The
is
second
event
you
for
click that, grid might not be for you. Yeah.
Jeff, what about my thrusters? They don't no rep you, so you're fine.
They don't. Spins depth would be
They're totally fine.
just fine. Just
Right.
fine.
That's right. All right.
No, again, it is a team sport. I have no idea if we'll be good or not. I'm just trying to be as filthy as I can be, but hopefully we're good. If we're good, I'm gonna be insufferable to the grid.
I don't know if
people.
you
I just
know
want
that,
to see
but
you
you'll
and
be the
Soroka.
champions.
I just want to see you and Soroka just
He don't want none. I'm working.
battle it. That'd be good. One of my predictions. I'll go to the games this time. Tia Clear Toomey wins the CrossFit Games.
Whoa, going out on a ledge.
Dallin
Huge
Pepper
ledge.
also wins the CrossFit.
There
Games.
you go. There it is. Okay.
And Tia retires
after
she wins.
that's a bigger prediction than anything you've said. I think Tia's staying for 5
Doesn't count if she retires before.
I think Tia is going to stay until Willow goes to college. I think Tia is going to be 53 years old and still win the CrossFit Games.
She gonna do the LeBron and his son thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Until Willow's good enough to make a real competition, Tia is going to do the CrossFit Games.
And then do it 1 year together.
And Willow
then-
will make it at 14. And then and then
do a
obviously be
championship.
burnt out and
Yeah.
never do CrossFit ever again. But
No. Not an or.
I'm saying she's going to retire. I think Willow will understand it enough that they'll be like, this was fun, and then Tia will just go run High
Done.
Rocks. Why not?
Maybe
Dude.
Tia will be the first one to win the CrossFit Games, like 6 months pregnant. You know, like not having a baby and coming back, like that was cool and all, but you know, that was last year, right? Like, how do I top that?
Is that your
Like,
prediction? Is that one of your 7
You
predictions?
should get pregnant and then like
Try to
during
win.
semifinals, tell everybody, "Oh, I'm pregnant," and they're like, "Yes, Tia's not doing the game."
It's in-person qualifying
Y'all
event.
thought, like, and then she just shows up just with a little bump, not a big bump, just a little bump. Still shows it off. Abs still look better than half the field, right? And then just wins everything. Wins the 5K waddling across the finish line. Like that's I could see it. All right, no, that's not. Me cleaning 405 was my third prediction. Go ahead, Tyler. Your next one.
I wanted to do this in a polite way, and I'm not doing it in a rude way.
Uh-oh.
But this will be the last Waterpalooza we see on a live stream of.
What?
Mhm.
What?
The friendly death of Waterpalooza.
It is not for what you think. I think with the athletes signing these contracts. Well, I think people would say like, "Oh, it's either because of Brian or Waterpalooza's been on
I
a
don't think anybody
downhill."
thought that.
Why? No,
Well,
nobody thought
Oh,
that.
nobody thought that? Weird. So, I'm sorry.
Why would you? I was
Or-
not thinking that.
Or they would think that it's
Oh my
because
God.
Waterpalooza's on like a downhill trend. I don't think it's because of that. I think it's because with the athletes signing these contracts, and there's going to be turmoil between WFP and CrossFit. You were making big points of this today, Spin, on Pedro's show, where it's just going to split everybody, and they're going to be dedicated to the events that they're already dedicated to. They're not going to have any time left. Rogue's going to take a hit if they don't do something. They'll pull out the cash for it. Waterpalooza doesn't have that cash anymore, and so I'm going to predict this is the end of Waterpalooza as we know it.
What
in the
about
televised
SoCal?
sense.
I think SoCal's in trouble.
Probably
If
I would
First
say
on the
SoCal
block.
is more in trouble than Miami.
if you have World Fitness Project in September, also that Hofer interview, he said it was August, but September. It's going to be in Europe. So do you want to go to Europe and then back to the States? And
you know,
then-
and maybe SoCal and Waterpalooza just gets lesser people though. You know,
Could
like
it could turn into a community event. But
that's still
televised.
I
Always
think it
was,
would
but
turn
you're
into. I think
saying
it would downgrade to like a crash.
but do you go
You mean
get a
upgrade.
giant live stream? Do you,
You know
get
what I'm
enough
saying.
people to do all that for a live
Right.
stream?
And
Yeah,
that's why I said
Is
live
it worth
stream.
it?
A crash isn't big enough to have all the community and all the stuff that Waterpalooza has. Yeah. But like the fitness experience, like maybe it downgrades into that. You know, the fitness experience does all that stuff.
They don't have a live stream.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So that could hold Tyler's. Are we
Right.
counting Brian's as a live stream?
Yeah.
All right.
It is streamed live.
All right.
It is the definition. Yeah. So I don't think it's through any doing of Waterpalooza. I think it's going to be market forces.
You think
I mean,
Will's
that-
the reason?
That was my whole point on Coffee Pods and Wads in the last question was, do these other competitions turn into feeder competitions at best? Like, I know Dallin is so pumped up and he wants to go compete 20 times this year. And maybe you could do that one season. You can't do that consistently.
Mhm.
Like, you'll either get burnt out, you'll get hurt. You just won't compete at the same level. Like, there's a reason why most of the athletes take an entire month off after the games. It's not because they don't like competing. It's because they need a break. If your final competition is December, you're going to take 4 weeks off and then go fly out to Miami to do a 6 workout competition at the highest level.
Right.
No.
Especially when you have a contract signed and you're just like, dude, I got to take time off. Like,
I
I haven't had the time off.
And if next year is true and they have 5 or 6 events, and sure, you only have to do 3 if you want to. but you may have to do 4 or 5 if you don't do well in a couple of them, right? If you really want to continue in this, that is really the path of what it is. You can't be doing these other competitions just for fun.
Mhm.
It'll be tough. So I could definitely see that.
And, you know, that's with the caveat that like they don't pivot and become like a qualifying event, but I still think like they don't televise or do anything like that. So and one way that you could take this argument is like, is Will not thinking about like, is the WFP not thinking about like what they're doing to the community that exists already, what they're doing to people like Wadapalooza? And it's like, yeah, but also like you have to drive adaptation in the market. Will found a niche, Will found an exposure point, and he's exploiting it. The market probably already should have done that. And now he's reaping the benefits. And so now everybody else has to figure out how to play ball.
Clooney's, do you guys not watch other sports? They all compete multiple times a year and crush it.
We aren't other sports at all. Clooney's, have you ever competed in a CrossFit event besides the Open? You can't do this more than like 8 times a year. And
How
that's
many-
at max.
How many times do the top UFC fighters fight?
Like 2 times a year? 3?
Ah,
The top guys.
Or like say the top 20 in the world.
not John Jones, but like, you know, like just people who are in it. I'd say 4 to 5
Right. That's
once every couple months.
That's what these guys have been doing.
Yeah.
Right. Between, I'll say quarterfinals, but you know, those guys probably, the top doesn't really impact them too much, but you have semifinals, games, rogue, and you can pick another one. Right. That's
Sorry.
4.
Jose.
No. Don't apologize, Tyler. Yeah.
No. I'm apologizing to the person I wasn't yelling at.
No. And
Rawr.
I mean, that goes back to my point. Like Dubai is toast.
Dubai has been toast.
Yes. But like, this is the, like,
It's
this is
real well done, Toast.
this is really going to be tough for them, right? They've already had a problem bringing some of the top athletes in, and now you're gonna put it in December when that's when they've been doing it.
Clooney's, you're making some really bad
What?
points,
That's
buddy.
Bonnie.
I know. I clicked on Bonnie. Tyler just started talking. When
I pulled a John. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's my fault. Yeah. Here, we'll put this one up there. See what you did. All right, Brian. Next prediction. Go ahead, Brian.
All right. Let's see. I
Please
am
didn't
going.
mean to do it. Go ahead.
The open registration in 2024 is 344,000.
Over under?
I am going to put the over under at 275,000.
I'm
Under.
I'm taking the under, dude. I'm gonna say
I'll
open
go the over.
registration.
I'll go over.
That's a 20% decrease.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the open registration is going to be 252,365.
Market.
Put it down. 252,365.
Why do you think it's that far down?
252,365.
Book it. You heard it here first. Listen, usually when I throw something outrageous out there, it's like 50% of the time it's absolutely correct.
50% of the time it works 90%.
Yeah, the other 50%.
Your quarterfinal prediction was great too.
It's really off. That was the other 50%, Brian. They're not all winners, okay?
Matter of fact,
You know
half
what?
are
That
losers.
might have been the worst thing I've ever said. I
No,
think
it's not.
no, Tyler. No.
What's your worst
No,
prediction?
that might have been
okay.
the worst like prediction of something happening. Because I feel like I rock these things, right? I mean, it's my job to do that. But I think that's the worst thing I've ever said that was going to happen. Was 300. Can y'all think of one worse?
No.
Like that
No.
off. I've never been that off. That's crazy that I thought that, man. That's crazy.
We knew immediately that you were wrong.
Yeah, and I tried to fight you too. Like what made it bad was I tried to fight you on it, and then I even texted Dallin. I'm like, hey, is this possible? Like, and he goes, probably. Well, dang, man. And then thank God Brian bailed me out with the 3 minutes on the snatch workout. He really bailed me out there. I appreciate
Not
that.
me.
That he,
Not
that
me,
he
Brian.
did that. No,
Other
no,
Brian.
Brian. But it
Oh,
was nice-
that
it
one was
it
bad.
Well, it was nice of him to do that. I think he was
So
just
good in training.
take
Well,
the heat off of
Olivia
me.
did her best though to
She sure did. Yeah.
So when I was going through the numbers, I was trying to think of it. Like at first I was at 250-ish. And I was like, how many people actually are paying attention to it? Right? Like we talk about this all the time. Like so few people talk about the sport. They follow the sport.
I think Europeans, man. I think the Europeans is going to be where you take the biggest hit. You might not take that big of a hit in America, but I think the Europeans will take a bigger hit.
I agree with that, but 75,000.
Yeah, I think 40 of them will be free from Europe.
75,000 people from Europe sign up.
No.
Just
75 difference
increase.
of what I've said from 344.
Half of the decline is from Europe. Now, John thinks another half of that is going to come from
the world.
the world. I think people still do it. I don't think.
I hope so.
I think the gyms that are supporting it are still going to get all like the same retention as what they had before because they're not paying attention to it.
So I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
They don't know who Tia Claire Toomey is. Do you think they know about like Lazar and all the politics that's going into it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. People who don't know who Tia Toomey is and then somebody shows them the Greg Glassman thing, those are I feel like those are the people who immediately go, oh, I hate that guy. I'm not doing CrossFit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't put that from happening. Just people who don't know anything, but then just saw the clip that somebody showed them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying like the 60-year-old who goes to the CrossFit gym or the 40-year-old who does their workout and the open comes up and they've done it for the last 3 years, they're going to do it again because they don't watch our show. They don't watch any of the sport side of it. They just go do their workout and they do the open and they like to do that test.
Yeah. And I hope you're right. I hope there's a lot of people that just don't watch us.
Yeah. The more that don't watch us, the better for the open registration.
What is your prediction exactly? You gave us an over under.
I said 275 is my
prediction. That's what's
Yeah.
going to happen. 275. Okay.
Yeah.
Plus or minus a K.
That's right.
What did I say? 252, 365?
That sure.
Close enough.
Okay. Okay, so I have two now. I have two, and then you guys have one more than I have last
I have one more. I don't know if Tyler even has any more because
I can come up.
I knocked him out.
Okay. Patrick Vellner will retire after this year's games, but not from competing.
What? Oh, he's not going to do. You think he'll do the games this year?
I think Patrick Vellner will do the games this year, and then he will not do the games ever. He will retire, but still compete like other places.
Like Willie's Foundation?
Possibly. Maybe. I mean, he might retire for good, but I'm predicting that. And I'm not even saying World Fitness Project. I mean, like he might still do Wadapalooza. Or
so he can just mop up when all the World Fitness Project guys can't go, and he just goes by himself. And
maybe all options are on the table.
Take 75,000 for himself.
But he's not going to do the games. Like he's going to do the games this year, and then he's retiring from the games season, but he's going to do another competition somewhere. Maybe he does Rogue and then retires, like Fikowski did. You know, that's my prediction. And then my other one is Emma Lawson is going to do the CrossFit Games season. Not only that, Emma Lawson is going to be top 5 at the 2025 CrossFit Games.
How about her podcast? Top 5?
Now it's a harder sell. I'm not willing to go out that far. Have you listened to it?
I have.
How is it?
It's a podcast.
Does she do it live or does she pre-record?
Good as any podcast.
It is pre-recorded. It's only on Spotify. I don't even think it's on iTunes.
I'm going to ask her if I can be a guest.
She does
Good
them solo,
idea.
there, Chief.
What?
She does them solo.
What's up?
Did them solo.
Did them solo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Jack. I'm gonna be like, listen, if you want this thing to
needs
take
it.
off,
Let me in here.
let me and Emma talk about the strong women for a minute, and we'll take this. We'll sell it to the moon. Okay. No. My prediction is that Emma Lawson is going to be top 5 at this year's CrossFit Games.
It could
I
happen.
like that prediction. That's a bold prediction.
Book it.
Tyler, do you have anything on the fly?
I got one.
All
Wait,
right.
they don't have free speech in Canada, right? She can't
They do
even
not.
say
She has to come
certain
down
things.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's rough, man. Okay. Go ahead, Tyler.
This will be Dave Castro's last year.
Boy, your predictions are very sad. Everything dies. That's my prediction.
Tyler's trash. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, man. I want to let
Is,
Sam
is
tell you.
it on his own choosing, or is it because of the sale in 6 months?
We will never know the real reason, but I think
Is it before or after the sale?
after.
Then it's not his
after the
decision.
games this year, right?
Then it's not his decision.
I don't want it to happen, but it'll happen.
Because that's the thing. Like if it truly does have a sale, like I don't think we see Dawn in over
It's
a
too
year.
big of
Like,
an
They'll
exposure.
just clean up shop from everybody.
that's usually what happens. So
Yeah, it's like coaching staff in with the new, out with the old.
Yeah, Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Is he bringing NFL coaches to North Carolina? Like all of them? Like his old NFL coaches?
what's this?
Like Bill Belichick, like his old OC, DC, like just bringing them all to North
He
Carolina?
has a general manager.
At North Carolina?
Yes.
Is he coaching?
It's not a
Is he
thing.
coaching again?
Yeah, the University of North Carolina. He's
Really?
coaching.
Yeah.
He's coaching. Yeah, I'd be interested if he just brought all NFL coaches, like wide receivers coach, special teams coach, all NFL coaches, and just brought
I
them
know
down to North Carolina.
His son's going to be like an assistant coach or something, and his son is slotted to be the coach when Belichick leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So he did like the LeBron move, but
His son has been coaching though. He's been on the Patriots staff. Yeah.
The thing that I think is cool is that he hired a GM to take care of the NIL money.
Oh, that's cool.
It's because like essentially
he doesn't want
to
a
handle
part of
contracts.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, you do this. I don't want to talk about it."
It's a brilliant move. It'll be the first GM in like college sports.
Interesting. Souza. Unfortunately, I agree with Tyler's take. I can see it happening.
Could be a possibility.
Good shot as any. Do you have any more left, John?
Yes, I have one more.
All right, I'll go first. This one's a little harder to quantify, but I'm going to say that the games will be like a smaller thing, but those who are there, they're more enthusiastic. So,
they'll love the games again.
So you think the games will be like 2014?
Yeah, I think it'll be not as grand, but the people that are supporting the games will go there and have it'll be a different feel.
Be like us going to Crash or the North Cal Classic, something like that.
No, I mean not like that small, but like
not that small.
That
but
type
feeling.
of yes, that's kind of a prediction of it. So it doesn't have to be some big grand thing.
Clooney's, who's buying CrossFit? That would be Adidas.
I think that derailed my thought.
Sorry.
That'd be cool.
I guess.
Hey, Adidas got money. I'll rock with Adidas for the love of the game.
It worked for Reebok.
Yeah, they're bigger than Reebok, but
weren't they tied together at one point?
They own them.
Yeah. We're good.
It's all in the family. I'm just trying to think of what I was trying to say.
Your last prediction.
Oh, no, that's not what it was. I got it now. I think it'll be really fun that way. If it's like a 2014 or 2015 and it's smaller but more like we're all more excited about it, more
the people that show up are still like
what's the word I'm
diehards.
looking for? Like
Invested,
but like the athletes are closer to you, intimate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I think that would be awesome. You know, I'm all for that.
If Colton was there and he had the opportunity, he'd walk around and hang out with people, right? Like it was 12, 13 years ago.
the first time I saw Colton in person was at this games in 2024, which is kind of crazy. And like me right up to him, not like seeing him on a thing. And he was taking pictures for Proven with Olivia and whoever, just Sydney, I think Sydney and Olivia. And it was just a line of people, like a whole line. They're taking over everybody, right? And then I'm like, Colton, because I'm walking right real fast. Me and Tyler walking 1,000,000 miles an hour everywhere. And I was like, "Is that you? Is that Colton over there?" And then Colton looked at me and was like he's trying to do this pictures, and you can tell he doesn't want to be over there. And then I was like, "What's up, man?" And I just cut everybody in line, just walked in front of everybody, and kind of dapped him up and gave him a hug. He goes, "Hey, I'll talk to you later." And I'm like, "All right,
hey, get out of here."
All right, that's cool, man. I got you. And then I was just so it was so funny because I didn't think about anybody. And then Sydney and Olivia are kind of giving me the weirdest stares. I've never talked to Olivia in person at this point. I'd never talked to Sydney either. And then I'm like, y'all are doing great. And then I left. And then I left. I didn't want to talk to them at all. I didn't. And then I left. And then I didn't get to see him again because of everything that happened. So then that was the case. But that was my first interaction. That was my first interaction with Colton. It was great.
Oh, where is it? JY with a flex on the crowd. Barry McCockner, would you ever figure out why Justin and Ellie blocked spin?
Because he's mean.
Damn. It's just like drama. People don't like drama.
Funny? I don't feel like we are bad with them.
I think the last time I talked about Justin or Ellie was I said that Ellie had a chance of qualifying out of Torian if she wanted to go back there.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think we've ever I feel like I've been.
We're good with Shanna.
One of the biggest proponents that Ellie is not a problem for Justin. Because how Savon goes in that spiel sometimes. I feel like I back them up. I think they're fine. I don't think it's a distraction. And I just don't think we've ever talked bad about them other than me saying Justin's not as fit as people think he is when he was winning.
But you're not. I don't say that.
No. I know, but I'm saying our show. I feel like our show is not mean to Justin or Ellie. No. I feel like now most of the time I have Justin's back because everybody thinks he's less fit than he really is. Now I think I'm the one saying he's more fit than people think he is. But it's weird that they blocked you because
I honestly have zero clue why. Didn't even know it, and I just saw the Willie's Foundation post, and I was like, "Oh, he's not tagged. That's weird." And then I clicked on his name in the caption or something like that, and I was like, "Oh,
blocked."
And I was like, "Well, what about Ellie?" Oh, okay, interesting. I don't know. That's it. John, last one.
Can't do a 2025 prediction show without mentioning a future CrossFit Games champion. So Austin Hatfield is going to podium at the 2025 CrossFit Games.
Podium. Right. Did you watch his interview on Mayhem?
I did not.
The one with his little workout?
No, him and Rory.
No, he did one. I asked him if it was worth watching or if it's just West Virginian rabbits all over again, and he said both. So that means it was just West Virginia and rabbits. I've heard that a million times.
It was fine. All right.
He did ask me to try that workout. I'm like, bro, I can't beat you. I don't know.
It was pretty fun.
The wrong guy. It's like people tagging me in the towel muscle up thing. I'm like, guys, I can't do that. I don't know why you think I can't.
Oh, I forgot. I should have filmed this. I did that pull-up bar hang with the dumbbell.
Oh, good. How much did
the kettlebell? I couldn't make it 10 seconds with a 35-pound kettlebell.
What's wrong? I did an 80-pound for 10 seconds.
I was sitting there and I was like, I don't know. But you remember us doing that cup lift at the games?
And you were really bad at the cup lift. Yeah.
I couldn't even do that. And I was like, do I have the worst grip of all time? I mean, I have really small hands, but John's hands aren't much bigger than mine.
I think they're the same size as yours.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? Sevon's calling me right now.
Answer it. Put it on speaker.
No. But anyway, yeah, I was like, I mean, I'm less embarrassed than I am just worried that something's wrong with me.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have said that publicly. That's
No, yeah, I just wanted to be the case that there is something to it. And so I'm gonna start.
No way
playing around
Kaliba
and-
has that small of hands though. He's a bigger guy, you know.
I don't know. He's not that big, John. He's shorter than me.
Oh, he's just thick. So
He's just thick.
he
Yeah,
can have small hands then. Yeah.
yeah. But even still, I should be better than that. So I'm gonna start practicing some grip
freaking-
stuff.
Bill did 135. I bet Spin could do a lot.
I don't know. I probably could do more than 35 though. But we'll see.
You got big hands.
It's not.
I
It's
do
not.
I have
It's
small hands.
it's not a like fitness thing at all. It's really just a weird. Can you hold on to this thing? Like anybody can be good at it or bad at it.
Yeah.
And we'll move on to blind rankings.
Let's do it.
This one, it was actually for last week, but I figured we couldn't let it go to waste. So while we looked ahead at 2025 today, we're going to look back at 2024 and some of the best moments from 2024. You're going to rank those. I believe, I don't remember all of them, but I believe they all have something to do with us. So
The best.
What?
Mom. I love this. This is good.
they're not
Okay.
random like moments like, hey, Tia won the CrossFit Games. I believe they
They're
all have
us
something to do with
moments.
us.
Okay.
Love this. All right.
First one, the Gee documentary feature of John Young's voice.
That was-
It's just like a 5. Like as far as
I'm
like
gonna give it a
relevance, it's the most irrelevant thing there is.
4 or 5?
Or
Honestly, 5,
I'll-
man.
I'll go 5.
There's
It's cool.
5.
It deserves to be on the list.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
It was
I-
kind of crazy.
Did you see Angelo's ringing endorsement of me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ringing endorsement.
Yeah. No, I think that is ringing from Angelo, but
He did back you up a little.
Rich hurt my feelings. I gotta tell you, like
That
I
was
think,
amazing.
yeah, Rich hurt my feelings a lot. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
need that as a sound clip spin of Rich going, "Who's John Young?"
Yeah, and then just me going on rampages on people, mixed with clips of me doing stuff that Rich can't do because there's a handful of things I can do that Rich can't do, just party tricks. But you know what I mean? Just I'm gonna show you how great I am. That's what we're gonna do to Rich. Yeah.
Here we go. Next one. The creation of Spincast.
This is with Travis.
Meaning
This is just the creation of doing
the
the Spincast.
games. When did it start? What was our first Spincast?
I thought Travis was the first one.
It was
I
the semifinals with Travis and John doing
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
semifinals, and then we took it to the games.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would say
gonna
the
that's
games
a 3.
one, I would say 3, but the one with me and Travis, I would say 4. The games one was much more fun. Travis was at the game. This isn't
Yeah.
a crack at Travis. He was at the games one. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it was much more fun at the games.
It's for what it will be, is why I like
Okay,
it.
just the spin cast in general. I'll say
Yeah,
3.
the spin
I'll
cast.
say
I would
3.
say a 3. Yeah, it's been great, man. I like leaving the games. It was crazy that we pulled it off, and I still
We
can't
need to
believe
do
like we got
one
away.
inside the arena somehow.
Yeah, that was the original plan, man. We were going for something like that, and I originally tried to get us a suite.
Yeah, maybe Albany will be better, like situation.
Yeah, we'll figure something like that out. It was so like as far as first year of the Spincast, like we fucking
Yeah. And
hit
the thing is,
over.
like, even Rogue, like, we're gonna watch it, so might as well just watch it with everybody else.
Oh, and then Rogue.
I don't know if I actually did that, Tim. But
I don't remember that one. Here we go. Next one. The strong women.
I think this might be one.
no, it can't be one, bro. Come on.
John, that was
you
the
did not
first
get
time.
chastised in the comments like by.
No, but I did
know,
go fight people for you.
I'm pretty positive I had over 200 DMs telling me that I am the worst person on the planet. Like just the meanest thing said to me. To a point where like my parents, my wife, even Taylor messaged me. I was like, "Are you okay, bro?" And I don't want that to be number one. like I will
Okay, we
if
can
you
give
if
it
you
number
want it to be
two.
if you want it to be number one, it can be number one. It's just I feel like there's got to be
Oh, that-
something that we like as a team that's better.
Where are we putting
I
it?
mean, go number 2. I'll give John this.
right.
But like, man, that was the first time
I
that
feel
was
like you guys had a much better time than I did. That's what I'm trying to say.
it sucked, but it was also fun in that it wasn't happening to me.
Mhm.
But at the same time, when all that stuff happened with like Chase and Lazar, that was starting to happen to me. Like I was getting fucking texts that I was a piece of shit human in I don't know, Belarusian or something, and it was some
For
crazy
what?
language. Whenever I posted that thing
Oh,
of Chase,
the thing. Yeah.
and so there was that. And so that sucked. And so I do recognize the shoes you were in to a degree, but not directly.
I got to tell you, thank God for Hiller. When Hiller made his video, and then like everybody completely turned on Mitchell Hooper after that. Like my mom,
Mitchell Hooper, that was-
when Hiller kind of first came on the scene, hated Hiller. She was like, he's just so mean to everybody, and like didn't like him at all. And I'm like, Mom, I'm mean to a lot of people, and she goes, yeah, but you're just talking. And I'm like, that's what he's doing. I'm like, is he wrong when he says stuff? And then the strong women thing happens, and then Hiller's got my back. We got this army of people that got my back, and then when I talk to my mom, I'm like, see, aren't you glad that I'm friends with Hiller now? And he goes, she was like, yes, he's a good friend to have. I was like, all right, that's what I thought. I could be Brian, and I wouldn't be fun, would it? No. It's just very funny. She had a hard turnaround, and now she's Team Hiller all the way, 100%. Part of the army. All right, so
Nice.
if he's watching,
Well, let's see if you guys have something better. Grid League signing of John Young.
Signing.
The
There
signing,
we go.
not
Yeah,
the controversy. The signing.
But the controversy does play into it though, because the fact that you signed is just a damn miracle almost.
Hold on, I thought this was spin moments as a team.
These
are all me.
you create the moment.
The spin cast isn't totally you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've created a lot of moments this year. I give this a 4 just because I don't know that it's a number 1.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like strong women probably should be 1 if something better is not on the board.
All right, I have no idea what this last one is. Colton versus Berman.
I'm good with it.
That was a good time.
It was epic. It was one of our best videos. It went
It
off
was the
without
best video.
It went off without a hitch. Like the timing, the times and stuff were beautiful. Colton with 319 is pretty insane. I will say what this spawned too, because this spawned Tim Murray, and then spawned my own 100 burpees, which is probably the best moment that I had in the whole year is those 100 burpees, because
under 5.
Yeah. I don't. It's probably the greatest physical achievement I've ever had. I think it'll be better than 405. Nobody else in the world will see it that way, but like for me,
dude, I thought you had zero chance of getting that, and somehow you found a second gear at the very end to get those done.
It didn't feel great, but the glory felt.
Missy Spin, JY is where the drama is.
I know. I don't try to either.
We know.
It's unfortunate.
Well, there you go. First show of 2025. We'll be back next week, I think. We're trying to do 52 weeks this year. but we'll see.
And we're gonna do betting with the boys at some point.
Yeah.
I made $3,000 this weekend. Hit the biggest hit I've ever had. I started playing smarter. It was going down for a minute, but no, and then it stopped going down. So I'm like plus 4, 5 total now.
Yeah.
Now I just got to not be stupid and just stay smart and don't get too ambitious, and we'll keep on climbing. But yeah, if we have another betting with the boys show, I'll tell you what that parlay was and what we're doing next.
There you go. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. Tyler, you got anything?
I was going to say, be ready to download the Heat One app. We are doing a league with for Tier Waterpalooza. Proven's working with us on that. We're big excited about that. Be a bunch of stuff come out about that. So go ahead and download. Get your picks ready.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys next week.
I apologize to absolutely nobody.